everyone, I am your produce guy, and it is October, harvest season, which means pumpkins. And I've got a pumpkin here that I'm getting ready to use in a recipe, but those of you who are carving pumpkins for jack-o'-lanterns, there's a great byproduct to be had from inside pumpkins. Look at this. I've got pumpkin seeds here. You ever go to the convenience store and pay lots of money for roasted, salted pumpkin seeds? Well, I'm going to show you how to make them quick and easy. Let's get it started. Now you can see I've cracked open this pumpkin here to get easy access to the seeds. Of course, if you're carving out a jack-o'-lantern, you got to reach inside of this guy, and ooh, it's a little more creepy like for Halloween, but here it's all laid out in front of me. Now, scooping out, you got to scoop out the seeds and of course this fibrous membrane here, or as we like to call it, pumpkin guts. Got to scrape all that out, whether you're going to use it in a recipe or if you're making a jack-o'-lantern out of it. But you can see these beautiful seeds in here. Scraping out a pumpkin, I've got a quick tip for you here. You can use an ice cream scoop or any type of spoon to do that, but what I've found works best is a metal canning jar lid. That thing is sharp and just cleans it right out. I've finished scraping out the seeds and I've thrown them into a bowl with some nice warm water. And look at that, they're already separating from the stuff. You have, oh, look at a few strings that hang on here like that, and you just pull off those seeds right there. But the water makes a great natural separation. The seeds float, the pumpkin guts sink. So look at that right there. We'll go ahead and finish getting those separated and start scooping them out there. Having finished separating my seeds from the pumpkin guts and strained them out and picked out a couple of bits of pumpkin that were left in there, I'm now ready to get these things salted. So we're going to take a saucepan or a pot with 1 quart of water and add to that 2 tablespoons of salt. Now this is where the pumpkin seeds go in and get the couple of hangers on there. They get the salt infused in them. We're going to put these on to boil for 20 minutes. We're going to bring it up to a boil, let them boil for 20 minutes, let that salt infuse into them. And then we'll move on to the next step. Our seeds are off the boil. I've strained them out of the water. Now the next step, I'm going to just sprinkle them out here on this tea towel. Now you can use just a regular kitchen towel or even paper towels if you need to. There we go. Get those all spread out. Now we're going to dry them. Now these don't have to be perfectly dry, but you do want to just get the extra moisture off of them. So let's roll those up there just like that. I'm going to set them aside. Grab my baking pan. Now I'm going to coat the pan here, the generous portion, that might not even be enough, of olive oil. Now this is not extra virgin olive oil, this is a light olive oil. You could also use butter for this. Take a stick of butter and put it out onto the tray. Yeah, that wasn't quite enough. We want to have enough, of course, so that the seeds don't stick to the tray, but also so they get a nice coating of the oil or the butter on them, adds some nice flavor to them, and makes them crispy. Next step is to put the seeds on the tray. We've got them dried off here, all the excess moisture. I'm just going to kind of dump these out. There we go. Just get the rest of those out of there. Okay, there we are. 1 tray. Now, I'm going to just move these around the tray, get a little coating of that oil, or if it were butter, get the butter on there. Just like that. Just in a nice single layer, kind of spread out right there. This tray goes in a 350 degree oven And I'm going to keep an eye on these until they're golden brown. 15 minutes later, and my seeds are done. There they are. Now these things are golden brown and crunchy. Now they're coated with oil and they're hot right now, so we're going to let these cool off before we give them a try. Our seeds have completely cooled down now, so I'm going to pull those off onto a nice little plate here. You can see those beautiful brown. Just a reminder that we cook these at 350 degrees for 15 minutes. Your oven may vary, so keep an eye on your seeds as you're cooking them up. And I maybe used a little too much olive oil. Again, I used olive oil, not the extra virgin kind, but a light olive oil, which can tolerate heat a little bit better than a regular olive oil. So here's our little plate of seeds. Let's try one. Perfect! Oh, crunchy, that nice salty flavor. Oh, just light and all infused in there. They don't need anything else. They are done. You can serve them. There are also ways that we can infuse some other flavors into them. Sweet, savory, that kind of stuff. We'll show you those in a future episode. Thanks very much for being with us today, watching Your Produce Guy. Check us out on Facebook, Twitter. Appreciate your subscribing to the channel. The channel's growing by leaps and bounds. We're so excited to have you with us and following us. Thank you. And as always, fresh is best. I don't know if you've ever seen or heard of ratatouille before, but it's a wonderful vegetable dish that you build one flavor on another until you've got great delicious flavor. And what is so exciting about this ratatouille is it features a bunch of my homegrown produce.